Dear students, we have learned the method to calculate the probability of a random variable in various cases. Here we learned the formula to find the expected value and variance of a continuous random variable. Expected value and variance of a continuous random variable. Let x be a continuous random variable with PDF f of x. Then the mean or the expected value of the variable x is defined as expectation of x or e of x is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x into f of x dx. If the range of x is given as open interval ab, then e of x is equal to integral a to b x into f of x dx. Now to find the variance of x, we need expectation of x square also. Expectation of x square is calculated by integral minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x dx. And if the range is in the open interval AB, then expectation of x square is equal to integral a to b x square into f of x dx. Then we can calculate the variance of x as expectation of x square minus expectation of x the whole square. Let us solve one sum to calculate the expectation of x and variance of x. Question number 10. If a random variable x has PDF f of x is equal to c upon x for 1 less than x less than 3 and 0 otherwise, where c is a positive number, c greater than 0. Find c, expectation of x and variance of x. Also find capital F of x, means cumulative distribution function. Now, given that f of x is a PDF, so we have the condition integral 1 to 3. Here the interval is given 1 to 3. So we take the interval in limits integral 1 to 3 f of x dx is equal to 1 and f of x is c upon x and c is a constant taken out, then c into integral 1 to 3 1 upon x dx is equal to 1. And integral 1 upon x dx is log x and we will apply the limits. So first upper limit, then subtract with the lower limit, that is c into log 3 minus log 1 is equal to 1 and log 1 is 0. So c log 3 is equal to 1, then c is equal to 1 upon log 3. Now let's calculate expectation of x. By definition, expectation of x is integral minus infinity to infinity x into f of x dx. Here the interval is given open interval 1 to 3. So integral 1 to 3 x into f of x dx and we substitute the function f of x. So integral 1 to 3 x into c upon x dx. Then we have c is a constant and take x is getting cancelled here, then integral 1 to 3 1 dx, then integral 1 dx is x and we apply the limit. Also we can substitute the value of c is 1 upon log 3 and we substitute the upper limit for x, that is 3 minus lower limit is 1. So 1 upon log 3 minus 1, that is 2 upon log 3 is the value of expectation of x. Now, for calculating the variance, we will first calculate expectation of x square. That is, expectation of x square is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x dx. But here the limit is given as integral 1 to 3. Open interval 1 to 3 is the range of x. So, we will take the limit 1 to 3 x square f of x dx. Then, integral f of x is c upon x. So, integral 1 to 3 x square into c upon x dx. And the value of c also can be substituted in the beginning only. So, c is 1 upon log 3 into integral 1 upon x, 1x is cancelled here. Then integral x dx is x square upon 2. And 2 is a constant, so it is taken out and we apply the limits 3 square, that is 9 minus 1 square, that is 8. So 9 minus 1 is 8. So 8 divided by 2 log 3. that is 2 is cancelled from 8, and then 4 upon log 3 is the value of expectation of x square. Now we calculate variance of x by substituting the values of e of x and e of x square. E of x square is 4 upon log 3 and e of x is 2 upon log 3. Then e of x the whole square, we will square this term, that is 2 square 4 upon log 3 the whole square. Then we combine the terms by multiplying the numerator and denominator of the first term by log 3 to make the denominator equal. Then 4 log 3 minus 4 upon log 3 the whole square, and 4 is common here, taken out. 4 into log 3 minus 1 divided by log 3 the whole square. Now we calculate the cumulative distribution function capital F of x, which is given by integral. Actual definition is minus infinity to x, but our interval starts from 1. So integral 1 to x f of x dx, where f of x is c upon x. You can substitute the value of c here, that is 1 upon log 3. Then integral 1 to x, that I have written last. So integral 1 to x c upon x dx, c is constant, taken out. Integral 1 upon x dx is log x, and apply the limits 1 and x. Upper limit is substituted log x minus lower limit log 1. So c into log x minus log 1 is 0. So c log x, and substitute the value of c, that is 1 upon log 3. Then log x upon log 3 is the value of the function, that is cumulative distribution function. Let's recall what we have learned in the previous classes. We have studied the meanings and types of random variable and probability distribution of a random variable. Probability distribution or probability mass function is denoted by P of x is equal to xi, which is equal to P of xi. It is a rule that explains the total probability 1 is distributed among the various values of a random variable x. Here we will study two particular probability distributions, binomial and Poisson distributions. Okay, let us start with the binomial distribution. Binomial distribution is related to Bernoulli trial. Let us learn what is Bernoulli trial. Many experiments are dichotomous in nature. Dichotomous means there are exactly two types of possible outcomes. Let us see the examples. A tossed coin shows a head or tail. A manufactured item can be defective or non-defective. The response to a question might be yes or no. So these example gives us two possible outcomes. So we can say these all experiments are dichotomous. Here one of the outcomes is called success and the other is failure. For example, in tossing a coin, if the occurrence of the head is considered as a success, then occurrence of tail is a failure. Vice versa, also possible. In this part, we study the experiments which are dichotomous in nature. If a dichotomous experiment is repeated n times, if in each trial the probability of success p, where value of p varies from 0 to 1 is constant, then all such trials are called Bernoulli trials. Binomial distribution. An experiment of n repeated independent Bernoulli trials is called a binomial experiment. Consider a binomial experiment with n independent Bernoulli trials. Let the outcomes in each trial be a success S or failure F with probability P and Q respectively, where P is the probability of success and Q is the probability of failure, and Q can be calculated by subtracting the probability of success from 1, where 1 is the total probability. Let a random variable x is the number of successes, then the value of x can vary from 0 to n. If the number of successes is 0, then the value of x is 0. If there are 1 success out of n trial, then value of x is 1, like that. Then the random variable x is said to follow a binomial distribution with parameters n and p. If its probability mass function represented by x follows binomial distribution with parameters n and p, we represent this way: b of np, which is the mass function is given by p of x is equal to x is ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x, where ncx can be calculated as n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial into p raised to x into q raised to n minus x, which is equal to, this way also we can represent, ncx can be represented this form also, where x is the values of x can be 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. n, and q is calculated by 1 minus p. And ncx is the selection, that is the number of taking x outcomes out of n. So in how many different ways it is possible, that is the meaning of ncx. Conditions for binomial distribution. First one, number of trials is finite. Second one, all n trials are independent, means the second trial is not affected by the first, and so on. The probability of success remains constant in all trials, that is p, small letter p is constant in all trials. Now the sums on this part are solved in the next video. Thank you.